I'm your host, Glen, and this is The Glen Show. Each episode of The Glen Show focuses on a different aspect of health because I believe in total health and all of you matter. And I am on a mission to help as many people as I can be joyful, connected, confident, and complete the life experience we call wealth, WELLTH, which is health plus other riches. Please take a moment and think about that. If more of us were in pursuit of living in total health or even living in total health, the world would be safe and loving for everyone. There'd be no isms, there'd be no oppression of any kind. So please join us on this journey to make life better for everybody. And I am super excited about this episode because we are going to talk about clarity and life solutions with Celinda Wilson, certified holistic health practitioner. Celinda, welcome to the Glen Show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You
Thank you.
are you are so welcome. I appreciate your work and I'm excited about you sharing it with the audience. So please
Absolutely.
take a minute and just introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what you do.
Okay. Yeah, so my name is Celinda Wilson. As you introduced me as a life solutionist certified holistic health practitioner, I help people to improve their lives through clarity coaching and life coaching. And I also help them in other ways, personal and professional, basically. So wraparound services.
Okay, very good.
Mhm.
So what led you to this work, to becoming a life coach or holistic health practitioner?
I get asked that question, obviously, a lot, and it's a great question. And basically, the way I look at it is just been a process of me wanting to change from working full-time hours to actually doing something that I want to make sure I'm fulfilling my life purpose. And so I started making my way this way. So I was teaching initially and then decided to move further into helping people um, by using my other skills and talents is, my talents. Yeah.
Okay. And were you aware of your life purpose when you made that transition, or did you discover more of your purpose in making that transition?
Exactly. I discovered it more in making the transition.
Okay.
I've always known that I loved helping people. I've always known I've been good at certain things, but I never thought about using the skill altogether to actually be the profession that I get into or that my life choice to help people.
Okay. Okay. And what is that experience like for you to have more of an alignment between your purpose and your work?
It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's great. Initially very scary because I quit my job and decided to just step out and be an entrepreneur. And that was just very challenging in itself, just believing in myself. And now that I've gotten past that point, it's so amazing. Every little thing is amazing right now. Everything I do, every little step. And I'm enjoying the journey.
Okay. And how
Yeah.
long have you been doing this work, the coaching and
Yeah. So I newly launched the Life Solutionist business March 7th. I've been also business consulting, so I get to do a bit of that work in the business consulting, but full fledged March 7th is when I launched.
oh wow, just recently.
So I'm
Okay.
pretty new.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
hmm
Now, most of us in the helping field or in the teaching field, we come from our own pain and trauma and stuff.
hmm hmm
What's the stuff do you want to share with us that you experienced that led you to do this?
Certainly. I mean, I've had a lot of childhood trauma in terms of, abandonment, domestic violence, experiencing those things in my childhood, which kind of left me with social anxiety, anxieties in life, things that I've obviously overcome because I'm sitting here with you today,
Yes.
and just wanting to see people happy. I really enjoy that. I love see people elevate and rise, and anytime that I've helped people and I see that, just it makes me want to do it more. So that's just it. I love it.
Okay. And so how did you handle transform? your own trauma and pain in order to free yourself to effectively help others. I know a lot of people have their own pain and they actually project that onto their clients rather than
Hmm.
helping the clients where the clients are. They put their own stuff on other people. So how did you transform your pain so you could be free to help others?
Mm-hmm. I started utilizing a lot of things like self-help books, but some tools such like meditation. So meditation was my biggest transformative tool that I used. It allowed me to really what I call like, well, it's introspection, but I was able to like go back to moments that really were traumatic for me and kind of like talk to that, talk to me at that age and bring the comfort that was necessary at that age, something that would soothe and heal and let that part of me know that everything turned out just fine, everything is okay. And that's pretty much how I went about healing those parts of my life.
Okay. I am a huge fan of meditation and
Yeah.
I do it, I won't say every morning.
Okay.
I'll do it most mornings.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I tend it tend my pattern tends to get disrupted when I travel.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm a huge fan of meditation and I recommend that for my clients all the time.
Yeah.
So meditation helped you free yourself so you could help others. Now you talk about clarity in
Mhm.
your life solutions work.
Mhm.
Define clarity. What is that? What does that mean for you?
It's knowing. I feel like it's knowing, just like you know your name, just like you're certain of certain things. That clarity, like like oh, I have a better understanding, so that I can make better decisions for
Okay.
myself. Um, so it's finding purpose and actually in doing the work, it's helping you to discover what your goals are and understand your goals, and then create a plan for it. So that's what I do.
Okay. So I'm your client and I come to you and I say, I don't like my life. Is that clarity? Because I know I don't like my life. Is that clarity?
That's a start. Okay, so you don't like your life. So what is it that you don't like about your life? Can you explain more?
Just everything is wrong. Nothing works out for me.
Okay. All right. So nothing works out for you. So can you give me a little more detail? Is there anything in particular that is of great concern? What's the thing that sticks out the most for you that's
Well, I hate going to work. I hate waking up to go to work.
okay? I don't mean to laugh at this.
It's totally okay. I just ruined that. I just ruined that role play. That was not planned.
I was like, okay, so you don't like going to work. That is definitely a relatable and understandable things. Many people don't enjoy going to work. Do you have an idea of what it is about work that makes you not like it or enjoy it? Do you feel like you're not doing what you would want to do?
It's boring. The people are mean, and I don't make a lot of money.
Okay. So what things are you really interested in?
I don't know. Something else.
Okay.
Okay.
But you get the idea, right? So it just
Yes.
takes asking questions and sometimes I think it takes a person thinking through those questions or having someone go through those questions with them to get to the root of it. And sometimes it takes more than 60 minutes, of course, but it's helpful. It's
Yeah,
helpful.
and thank you for humoring me.
Yeah.
I wanted to give the audience an example of what vagueness is and what being unclear is like because I deal with that with my clients as well. Um,
Mhm.
clarity, clarity, clarity is super important in making any change process.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay,
Mhm.
and so how did you your work? You call it Life Solutions. How did that title come about?
Because in I feel like I have a lot of skills, a lot of knowledge, a lot of knowledge in different areas. And I feel like with all these skills and knowledge, I can help people in a more well-rounded way. So I just called it Life Solutions because I have a lot of ways that I can help you. So
Okay.
you're looking for career services, for example, you're trying to figure out your career. Well, I can get you to that point of knowing what the career is, but I can probably also tell you how to get going in that career because of my business background, right?
Okay.
And things like that. Just making it more well-rounded.
Okay. All right. Well, what I love about Life Solutions is it's about, sounds to me like it's about problem solving.
Absolutely.
It's you walk into a room, you flip the switch, the lights don't come on. You will
Mm-hmm.
go about problem solving if it's electrical, if it's the bulb, whatever. When it comes to mental and emotional issues,
Mm-hmm.
people tend not to problem solve. They just dwell on what is
Yes.
wrong. So that's what appealed to me about your work. And so how do clarity and life solutions fit?
It fits because as you know, as we were doing the role play and you were very vague, right? So I have to problem solve by asking you those questions as well so that I can get to um, so I can figure out the right things to ask you and so that I can kind of help guide you in the right direction. So it just really depends because some people want an actual solution, some people want to be guided, and it really depends on what they want. I give the client a choice of how they want to be led through through their concern. So sometimes it's as simple as giving you like, yeah, okay, this is what I would do. Or it takes a little bit longer. If it's a career related, definitely take a little bit longer. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, I imagine then that when clients come to you unhappy, unfulfilled, dissatisfied with their lives, that there is some anxiety and depression behind that.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you, how do you work through that? Is it different than your normal process or integrated, or how does that work?
That's a great question. Um, Usually, I'm just trying to, it's not something that I deal with specifically unless that's what the client is asking me to do,
Okay,
right?
okay,
I deal with whatever their immediate concern is. And if they want more than that, I provide more than that. But I don't provide any unwarranted advice or I don't go beyond what they really, really need. But I address those things. Just it's kind of hard to um, give you a specific way that I do it because just like we're having conversation, it's more conversational with me and the
okay,
client as well.
okay,
So,
okay. Well, while you may not provide traditional therapy or whatever we call
mhm,
that, I imagine that in your work with a client, teasing out what they really want, getting them to be clear so you can develop those life solutions for them,
mhm,
that could help resolve a lot of anxiety and depression that they're experiencing.
absolutely. Absolutely. It
And
almost immediately, depending on what it is, brings clarity right away. Like, oh, I never thought of it in that way. And that's usually what I get as a response. Oh, I never looked at it like that. So just giving that different perspective sometimes, just hearing a different perspective is sometimes what's needed. Yeah.
okay, yes, absolutely what's needed because we get
Hmm.
into these thinking traps where the thoughts get trapped in this negative self-fulfilling loop. So
Hmm.
thank you
Hmm.
for helping people be clear about that.
Absolutely.
Now, when your clients say, I never thought of it that way,
Hmm.
is is that part of your intention as well, is to get them to think differently?
Yes. I mean, I shouldn't say it's my intention, but it's what I've seen happen. It's
Okay.
just to think differently. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What kinds of do you encounter common un useless or unhelpful thinking patterns among your clients?
Um, One type of uh, thinking pattern that I've come across is what I call rabbit holing.
Okay.
So where they continue to, no matter how, how much you try to show them or no much, it's just difficult because they're still focused on the downside. So I'm those aren't really a good match of a client for me. Is
Okay.
someone that does the rabbit holing because it's some they need something just a little bit stronger than what I am able to do.
Well, I can tell you as a clinical social worker, clients
Mhm.
who do the rabbit holing, they're difficult to work with.
It's
I can.
difficult. It's difficult. It really is. And I want it to be worthwhile. I want it to be beneficial. So if I came across a client that, was experiencing that, obviously they're not gonna have to pay for my services if I'm not able to help them. I'm not
Okay.
going to charge them for that. I'll
Okay.
provide them with other resource or someone who may be better suited for them if that were ever the case.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Now, um, I I come across some typical beliefs, limiting beliefs.
Mhm.
I'm not good enough. I'm not
Mhm.
lovable.
Mhm.
Did you find that in your work as well?
Um, I have come across people who said that they do not know who they are. And yes, and maybe that they do not, they never really thought about loving themselves, people who are, well in their 60s and above. And that's something that, I just explain to them and show them things that they can do to start showing themselves what that is and what that really feels like. So give them examples of things they can do to get started in that direction, and we can get down to the root cause of things, of course, because that's what you have to do. But yeah, I can give them ways to start working on improving that thought.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So, I had read something also on your website about learning to control your mind. Why is that
Mhm.
important? I mean, the
Woohoo.
the, the, the mind is, creative, the thoughts pop in, pop out, tells me what to do, what not to do. Why do I need to control that?
Definitely, especially if you want to be able to control your mind if you are wanting to be, you know, if you want to live the life that you want to live. Sometimes we have things like habits that are formed that we are not aware of, and they play out in our relationships and work and things like that. And if we're not aware of it, then you really can't solve the problem. So I think it's really important to do introspection, be the gardener of your mind, and pull out those weeds so that you can have clarity and understanding in the type of life that you really want to live.
Okay. And what does patience have to do with that? You recommend that
Oh,
people be
uh, yes, it takes time. It is a process. Life is a process. The journey of success is a process. So if people have a better understanding of that as well, that it's not overnight, you're flip the switch and you're a new person, then they can better absorb the fact that if they, don't follow through on some of the goals that they had yesterday or today, that they can still improve upon it the next day. It's not like, oh, dang, I did bad today. I give up. No, you can just start over the next day, really. You can. It's not beat yourself up, it's look at yourself um, with curiosity and compassion and things like that.
Yes. I have one client who he really enjoyed learning about himself.
Mm-hmm,
He came to me with panic attacks.
mm-hmm,
And then in the process of addressing, the root causes of the panic attacks, he was like, "Oh, I didn't know that about myself. That's kind of cool." And then
mm-hmm,
so, he would do the lessons with some enthusiasm
mm-hmm.
as he learned about himself and understood that it did take time. So,
Yeah,
yeah, folks, be patient with yourself. Change is a process.
super. Absolutely, it is. Absolutely, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I also read something in your bio about myths about spirituality. Can you talk about that?
Myths of spirituality. Yeah, I feel that um, you know, there is this misconception that people who become spiritual are now perfect or they don't have any challenges or anything like that. And that's not really so. You still are going through your own journey, you're still going through your own process, and you may experience things, but the difference is that maybe you're able to recognize them quicker. Maybe you're able to, it's the way that you deal with it and your mindset so that you're still learning about yourself, but you just know how to handle it. You have the tools and you know how to use them better. Um, for your journey. And I think that people who look at spiritual people, they go like, oh yeah, they're perfect now, they're enlightened, and and maybe it's off-putting to think that someone can reach spirituality. But yeah, no, it's just I feel like a regular person. I'm a regular person, you know, whatever that is. Whatever that
Yeah, I will confess that when I first started the personal development journey, I did look at others who were spiritual as they've attained what they needed to attain in life and they're living at peace every day. And yeah, that's not true. We do have our ups and downs,
Mhm.
and we still have to cope with stress and other negatives in life. So,
Yeah.
are there any other myths that you come across about spirituality?
That's what sticks out in mind just because of me going through my own journey. There aren't any other things, but I think that's a major one that's just, it's I'm still a human being. I'm a spiritual person living a human experience, and yeah, I still experience those things. But for the most part, every day I'm happy, I'm excited, I am grateful, and I want to share that with other people.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I can just imagine you walking into a room and it just lighting up. Okay.
Yeah.
So just so I just want to make sure I understand that in order to get to the life solutions, you must be clear about what the issues are and what you want to change.
Mhm.
Then you can go about determining what a life solutions are for a particular client and their
Mhm.
particular situation. So along the way, meditation helps.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Meditation, journaling. I love the tool of reflection and introspection, all of the basically any and all of these things. I mean, even, I teach people how to use different tools like, let's say, I have some, what are they called? Meandering cats. I'm not thinking of the right word, but they're the beckoning cats. You know what those are?
Okay. No, I've never heard of
Okay.
that.
Okay, basically they symbolize bringing money in or money, coming in or prosperity, things like that. That's what
Okay.
people believe. But it's all about tricking the mind. So you can use any of these type of tools to kind of trick your mind into positivity or get your mind to think more positively. Yeah. And so I teach things like that, visualizations. I mean, so many things you can use. And it's different for everybody because everybody responds differently, to these types of tools.
Yes, that people do respond differently. What part does mindfulness play?
Oh, major, major part. If you're, I mean, just having awareness. And so that's like the first thing. The first step is being aware. So I may do an awareness exercise where I have someone just sit in their room comfortably, preferably with the TV or radio off, close their eyes and just listen to everything in the room. It could be clock, it could be anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was about to zone out. Thank you.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Now, I preach present moment awareness often. Often.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm sure the people close to me are tired of hearing about it, but you know what? You can't be clear if you're not present.
I'm saying, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, you work with clients in person, virtually. How do you work with clients?
Right now, I'm working with them virtually, and I'm looking to open up a little office space so I can meet personally as well, just in the Kent, Washington area for now.
Okay, but virtually
Mhm.
now it's all over the world,
Everywhere. Yeah. Yeah,
everywhere.
absolutely. Hmm.
Okay. And do you just work with individuals or do you do any group work as well?
Individuals, group work, and businesses as well, because again, that's another aspect. They also could use clarity coaching, identifying what their goals are and creating a plan, right?
And a healthy work culture.
And eggs. That's my favorite. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of toxic
Absolutely.
work environments out there. So, yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, this is about the whole person.
Mhm.
And why is why is the whole person so important?
Whole person's important because, I mean, I think that's the only way to authentically live, right? To
Okay.
authentically live, yeah, I think it's important to understand who you are and know who you are and love yourself. That's what I really believe. To have a better understanding of other people and how to relate to other people better. When you understand yourself, you don't worry about what other people are saying. You don't worry about all these other things because you're sure of yourself. And it makes such a big difference in your life and how you live your life and what you put out there in life. And yeah.
Okay. I totally agree with that. And please
Mhm,
allow me to add that when you are connected to yourself, to your personal truth, you know who you are, you
mhm.
will not put yourself in situations that are harmful, that bring you down, and that chip away at your self-worth.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Your environment is important.
Yes. Yes.
Everything in it. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Now, the whole person, we're huge. Humans are huge, dynamic, fluid
Mm,
creatures.
mm.
Can you narrow down your work into one nugget? What is the one takeaway you want the audience to have today?
The one takeaway that has been ringing in my head actually all day is that I bring people together to work with other people. Um, and and to do that though, you have to have an understanding of yourself. And then, like I said, you can begin to work with other people. I was just looking through some past comments and things of they felt encouraged to work with others and to connect and communicate. And I think those are very important, especially during these times. We need that more. And so that's what I really want to get down to doing. And yeah, helping to bring clarity to individuals as well.
Okay. The image that popped into my head as you were saying to work with others was you're creating ripples in the pond.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your work, for your
Yeah.
time, for your enthusiasm, for your
Hmm.
joy, for your expertise. Now,
Yeah.
so someone wants to reach out for a consultation, how
Hmm.
can they contact you?
Absolutely. I'll give my telephone number. It's 253-951-9417. I can be reached by email. That's clarity@celindawilson.com. And I have various links on my website at www.celindawilson.com. And you can contact me anytime.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. I hope people do reach out to you because I think you're beautiful and your work is beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you
You're
for having me.
welcome. Oh, you're so
Yeah.
welcome. I really appreciate your time and I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you again for tuning in to the Glen Alex Show. Please like, subscribe, and share.
Refresh your spirit with a nourishing thought.
Please allow me to leave you with this nourishing thought. When you quiet your mind, you can enter a world of clarity, peace, and understanding. Franklin D. Roosevelt said that. Tom Steyer said, clarity of vision is key to achieving your objectives. They are both exactly right. Clarity is crucial in achieving any goal, especially when it comes to mental and emotional health. Many of my clients have very vague ideas of what they want to change in their lives. They'll say things like, I need things to be different. I just want something else. I don't want to be like this anymore. Well, those are pretty vague statements. And the pursuit of vagueness only brings more of the same, or it brings an equally unfulfilling existence. For real and effective change to happen, you must be clear about the results you want. Define different, define something else, specify what like this is. For example, instead of thinking, I don't want to be like this anymore, Be specific and clear about maybe you want to handle stress better. Maybe you want to stop worrying about what other people think about you. Maybe you just want to learn new coping skills so stress and frustrations don't defeat you. Clarity guides you to prioritize your time and your energy so you can focus on what is truly, truly important to your health and well-being. Without clarity, distractions, frustrations, unrealistic expectations will rule your world still. So make time for quiet, grab a pen and paper, and write a list of the changes you want to see in your life, the results of those changes, not what you don't want, to gain clarity. For more on clarity and life solutions for your mental health, visit glenalex.com, read my blogs, order your copy of my award-winning book, Living in Total Health, and schedule your complimentary consultation with me to start gaining clarity. Then tune in to the next episode of The Glen Alex Show. And until next time, be well.